Hi guys. Hello. Hello. Hi. My name is Amethy. I am so happy guys to be here to be filming this. Hi guys. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Amethy. This is the channel It's Amethy. I am the Amethy in the It's. So I am so happy to be back because this YouTube channel was up and running sometime last year 2020, but I wasn't impressed with the work that I was putting out, so I just decided to just delete everything and take a break that ended up to be much longer than I wanted it to be. But guys, I'm back. I am here and I have so much to share with you guys. And I'm so happy to be back. Honestly, I'm very excited. So I wanted to come back and start a series. I just wanted to come back and just go on with the flow. And in this video, I will tell you a little bit about myself for the new subscribers, and I will also start a series that I will tell you as we go on. Like, okay, you can refer to me as Amethy. I love that name. I like it. I gave it to myself a few years back because I don't know, I just liked it. It was where I got it from. I got it from the Bible, and that was suggested by a friend because that was the time where people were looking for nicknames for Facebook and all that. Nicknames were the thing. Her name was really cute. And I asked her where she got the name from, and she told me she got it from the Bible. So, in a scripture in Revelation, so in the Bible, Amethy is amethyst. But I just do things different. So I twisted it a little bit and now it's Amethy. So I really love that name. My official name is Dorcas. I have four names, but you can just call me Dorcas for official purposes. So I am a mother to a boy. He's now 2 years old, 2 years, 4 months, and he is the best boy ever. He is the best, honestly. Like, he's the sweetest. Yeah, that's basically it. Right now, I'm at home. I'm not working at the moment. Or going to school or any of that. I am at home because of various reasons. In this video, as I said, there's a series that I want to start. And this series is me, I'll be mainly talking about my pregnancy, birth, and after baby. And this is because all those stages were unique. They weren't the average that someone gets pregnant, carries the baby for 9 months, they give birth, they push the baby out and all that, and maybe, every like that. So I would love to really share with you because so that you can learn. Because I have learned a lot during this period of where I got pregnant and all that. Like, there was so many things that honestly me I've never heard of, and when I would hear of them, you're like, huh? What's that? Like, yeah, so I would really love to share with you guys so that when you hear about them or when someone tells you about them, you're not shocked. You're not like, yeah. So in this video, I can't do the all of them, but they will take a lot of. They're pretty long. So in this particular video, I will try and talk about my pregnancy, and I will try to shrink it and just go to the main points. But if you have any questions that I can answer about myself, you can just ask them in the comment section, and I think I'll do a video about that. Or you can just DM me. I'll put my Instagram here. I don't have a Facebook account. My Twitter is pretty dormant, but yeah. So let's begin on the pregnancy series. I got pregnant in 2018. It was I wanted to get pregnant at that time. It wasn't an unplanned pregnancy. Um, I got pregnant around the month of June. Around June. When I got pregnant, I took the first test, like, cause I was okay. When you're in that stage where you want to get pregnant, you're usually so eager to test. So during this time, I remember I tested for the first time. Don't remember by the guys. I want to put out a disclaimer. I will not follow the events as they happen because I do not remember them as they happen. I will just highlight the main points, like wherever. Like a tweeby, but they will come out, however, in whatever order. So I tested for the first time. When you're pregnant, there are two lines that appear. When you're not pregnant, it's only one line that appears. So for me, when I tested the first time, there was that one visible line, and then there was a faint line. So for me, I did, it was that line that you have to struggle, you have to squint your eyes so that you can see it. But when I checked, yeah, I had that line. So me, I thought that was a negative. But not knowing that in some instances, that can also mean it's a positive. So after that, after a while, I think it was 2 weeks after or 1.5 weeks after, I took another test. And with this test, even before, they say when you insert on the specimen, which is your urine, you're supposed to wait 5 seconds and then you remove the strip. So when I inserted it, immediately the two lines appeared, and surely I knew I was pregnant. And so after that, I did not go to the hospital to confirm. But what happened was, after I tested, I started spotting. What happened was, every time I'd find some spotting, it wasn't significant to the point where I have to wear a pad, but there was constant spotting. Like, it wasn't that I spot in the morning and then maybe I shower in the afternoon and then in the evening there won't be anything. No, it was constantly there. I'd find spotting. I had the worst anxiety during that time. I went to an ultrasound center. I didn't go to a doctor. I went to a place. It was a hospital, but then there you can pay to just get an ultrasound. So I went, I got an ultrasound, and the guy there told me that everything was okay. And you could even hear the heartbeat of the baby. In me, I still felt like not everything was okay. So I went to the doctor who was there. By this time, it was at night. So I went to the general doctor that was there. And he was very rude to me, very dismissive of what I was saying, and basically just was aiming to prove that I was exaggerating or I was out of my mind for worrying about this spotting. So that was a fail, honestly. He didn't even make me feel safe or comfortable or any of that. So after I went to a public hospital, I didn't have a lot of cash at this time. So I just went to a well-known public hospital. And when I went there, the receptionist was a guy who was apparently also a doctor. So when I went there, I was registering. I told him my name, and he asked me why I was going there. So I told him I've been experiencing some spotting and some mild cramping. Yeah, I had mild cramping. And he told me that he is also a doctor, but to see a doctor in that hospital at that time would be impossible because there were a lot of people and the doctors present were very few. So he told me that I should go out, get out of the hospital and cross the road, and there I'd find a place where they do ultrasound. He told me the name of the place. And when the ultrasound is done, he'll be there. Like after 10, 20 minutes, he'll be there. And he will tell me what's next. So he was like, but if you doubt, you can also go and check for yourself and you'll see. So I went, I saw there were a lot of people, and this time it was at night. So I was just like, okay, Basi, let me just go and see what will happen. So I went, I got the ultrasound, and the guy there told me that there was an attempted abortion. Apparently, the baby was attempting to come out or something like that. So we decided to wait for that doctor stroke receptionist. And when he came, he read the report and he wrote for me a number of drugs to prevent that spotting or that attempted abortion from happening again. But when I showed someone the list of drugs, he told me that those drugs weren't okay. Like they would be too strong for me and for the baby, so I shouldn't take them. Okay, so the spotting still goes on and the mild cramping. So by this time, I hadn't told my mom I was pregnant, but she knew. I don't know, she could see it or I don't know. So I got so anxious because I was like, okay, I can't be keeping quiet and I'm seeing this spotting and there's something wrong going on in my body that I don't know at the moment. So I told her what was happening, and then she told me, she reminded, okay, then when I was younger, there was this doctor that I used to go to because I had an issue with fungal infections, which I don't know if you guys want me to talk about that, I will. You can tell me in the comment section. But he helped me. He really helped me and Ikaisha. So she was like, whether that doctor has opened a new hospital around our area, I think you can come and you go to him and hear what is happening. So we scheduled an appointment a day and we went. So I went to the doctor that day and I basically gave him my history. My history, this, and that. So he asked me if I had diabetes and I told him no. He asked me a number of questions if I had some medical conditions that would probably trigger this or that. Yeah. So based on my history, he told me to go to the ultrasound room and get an ultrasound and with specific instruction. And his specific instructions were that they should check if the size of my cervix. And so I went. The ultrasound was done, and when I came back with the report, he read it to me and explained it to me. So basically, what was going on, my cervix was small. Apparently, the cervix is supposed to be a certain number of centimeters for everything to run smoothly and safely. But now mine was small. And the problem with a small cervix is that as the pregnancy grows older, and as the baby gains weight, and as the weeks go on, the cervix gets tired. It's small, it's weak. And this condition, by the way, it's called incompetent cervix. So when the cervix is incompetent, rather, pregnancy gets older, and this mostly happens when the pregnancy is at 12 weeks. So when the baby is a certain weight, this cervix gets tired. It gets so tired, and so it will open. And when it opens, you get a miscarriage. See? So that was the issue. That's why I was spotting, because this cervix was starting to get tired. So he was like, what they do in that situation is that they put a McDonald's stitch in your cervix. At the moment, I was around 12 or 13 weeks, guys, I'm not sure. But he told me that is not supposed to be okay. By the time I reach, okay, by that time I was a certain number of weeks, and after 2 days I'd be turning a week older. Like the baby will be turning a week older. So it was by the time that time comes, it would be too late to insert the stitch. And I think I was 12 or 13 weeks. So he was like, you need to come tomorrow, or we do it today. But come tomorrow, early in the morning, so that you can put the stitch, and then you can begin your medication so that the baby won't come out. Like you won't have a miscarriage. So I went the next day. So I got the McDonald's stitch. I will talk about the McDonald's stitch again in details. Guys, I will do the McDonald's stitch video and I will tell you all about that. And then we will go to the backstory, and after which now we get to the juicy stuff. But yeah, I hope you've learned something from this, and thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you so much. I will also talk about my pregnancy symptoms in probably in that other video. But thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you so much for your support. Please subscribe if you've not subscribed. Like this video, comment, tell me in the comment section how pregnancy was for you. Was it complicated? Was it unique? Not complicated, was it unique, or was it just smooth for you? That's also good. That's also good. That's a testimony, and you can, it's not bad talking about that if it was good for you. And even if it was unique, you also learned something, you also gained an experience, you also gained a skill from that. And I would like for you to share in the comment section if you've ever heard about the McDonald's stitch. We will talk about it more in the next video. And thank you so much for watching this video. Take care, guys.